Yeah, of course we're happy with the performance, but it doesn't matter so much. We came here to win tonight and to get through to the next round, and unfortunately we fell short.
You started the game amazingly, obviously your goal after 28 seconds, but it was the team as a whole, everyone was crunching into tackles, the fans were really up for it as well. It felt like everybody was up for it tonight.
Yeah, of course, it's a massive game for us. It meant so much to us players and the fans and the whole club, so we definitely left it all out there on the pitch, and like I said, we unfortunately just didn't have enough in the end.
It was a huge spectacle tonight, a Champions League knockout fixture, Madrid derby, huge stadium, great atmosphere. Are nights like these why you came to Atletico Madrid?
Yeah, definitely. To play games like this is really special. Of course, it would have been a lot nicer if we got through, but it's something we can all learn from and take that experience and take it into our next games and our next season in the competition.
Oh, you've got a feel for Conor Gallagher because he had such a brilliant start to the game, played well, did his bit, and we will come on to the part he played in the match a little bit later, but somehow, once again, Real Madrid, they always seem to find a way, Owen. How'd they do it tonight?
Only they know. Honestly, they didn't really play great today. I think the only person who played great was Courtois in goal. Other than that, everybody was quiet. Vinny Jr. was quiet. Mbappe was pretty quiet. Rudiger was quiet. Jude Bellingham was pretty quiet. But they found a way. They hang in there. And I think Atletico started the game brilliant. Conor Gallagher was probably the best player in the first half. But they needed a second goal. And they had chances, but Courtois kept them out. But they can hang in there. They can not play great. And they're pretty cool with it, Real Madrid. Carlos cool with it, and he's just chilling on the side. He knows the guys will find solutions. And today it was goalkeeper who won it for them. But you're not going to want to play them. Real Madrid is just like the worst team you can play in a knockout game. They don't even have to play well and they get through. It's absolutely remarkable.
Must be so frustrating for any team facing them.
It is. I mean, Atletico Madrid tonight have denied so many opportunities. How many chances did Real Madrid really, really have tonight? They limited them so much. And obviously then to come short, as you mentioned, but they just find a way. They absolutely find a way every time.
And this time in the penalty shootout, went all the way, extra time, to penalties. And it was a controversial moment that was pretty much decisive in it. Now, when you watched this initially, we didn't see this.
Well, you can't really. I mean, you can barely. I mean, he slips ever so slightly. But obviously, I think it took over a minute.
A minute and 9 seconds.
A minute and 9 seconds with VAR to decide that. But you don't really want to, I don't think you really want to see games decided by that. Then Llorente misses just after that. I mean, heartbreak. At Atletico Madrid Stadium, then Rudiger steps up. Not a great pen, but again, finds a way and gets past Oblak. And they celebrate. Vinny Jr. was on the bench at that time.
Should he have saved that?
He probably should have, yeah. But can't believe it for Diego Simeone. They had such a good game plan. Felt like he started the game perfectly. Needed that second goal, but these guys, they just don't go away. They just don't go away. It's quite remarkable how they can hang in there, not panic, not worry, and they end up winning these games. You could argue now they're probably favourites to go and do it again.
Julian Alvarez's penalty being disallowed in the shootout, Karen, it just feels cruel, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think I was literally going to say the word cruel. You get so far to get to penalty shootouts. You've done the 90 minutes, you've done the extra time, and you get to that point, and it's that moment. But unfortunately, that's the rules. It is cruel, it is harsh, and you're even thinking it would have gone in anyway because it was the direction it was going. But unfortunately, that's the rules.
So you mentioned Conor Gallagher, best player on the pitch, certainly in the first half. And what a start it was to the game, and what a moment this was for him to score inside 30 seconds.
Yeah, long ball from long lane. Senzio clears it. They win that second ball. Gallagher plays it out wide, and then he gets into the box. He started on that left, but he came inside. That's really important for anyone when you play on the other side and the ball's out wide. Get in the box, and they do that brilliantly. 20 odd seconds into the game, but they're trying to score. They obviously needed a goal, one goal behind, and that's brilliant for him. He just gambles. He just has a feel for it. He knows it's going to come. Gets ahead of Valverde, who can't do anything, and a brilliant start. And to be fair, with and without the ball, Conor Gallagher, he was brilliant in that first half. He just didn't see much of the ball in that second half when Real Madrid dominated.
And this just shows some of the stuff that he did really well in the game.
Yeah, we mentioned, obviously, I mean, that's a lovely pass, and obviously he got his goal tonight, but this is what I liked about him. You think about how many opportunities Vinicius Junior or Rodrigo had compared to the first half of last week's game. It's night and day, and it's because of him. He drops back into these positions, drops back into a back five, screens in front, and it's all the dirty work that nobody else really wants to do, and you have to do it. It's like things like this, and that's what keeps the best players quiet. But he was exceptional tonight, and you can see why Simeone absolutely loves him and has gone after him and wants him in his team and played him tonight.
We were watching this match together and we were talking about the fact that Mbappe and Vinicius Junior didn't really show much of a spark. The one time Mbappe did, he wins a penalty. And then Vinicius Junior, when he steps up to take it, you expect it to go in the back of the net, Owen.
You do, but it was, Jules, it was the one time they got a bit of space. Atletico Madrid, because they scored early, they had 9 back pretty much all the time. There was no space, even for the best in the world. Bit of space, and Mbappe, he manoeuvres it beautifully. Goes right, goes left. Longley brings him down with a little bit of a rugby tackle. And then you think, Vinny Junior, you know, is it going to be Mbappe? Is it going to be Vinny Junior? I mean, he misses that by a country mile.
Penalty.
Yeah, and he had a quiet game. Credit Llorente, he played terrific. He misses it by a mile, and he wasn't at his best. And then obviously because he missed that, he came off an extra time, probably protecting him. Ancelotti, he's a player's manager. But you see Jude there just saying, come on, you know, we got lots of time, but you just don't expect him to miss the form that he's been in this year.
As a player, are you wanting to stay on the pitch, to take a penalty, just to correct the error you made in the game?
Yeah, he's one of the best. He wouldn't want to go off, but obviously Carlo probably wants to protect him a little bit and bring somebody else on. It was a surprise, but in the end, Carlo, he always gets it right, doesn't he? You know, he got it right again.
Let's get some reaction from Real Madrid now. Let's hear from Jude Bellingham, who's talking to Phil.
Jude, congratulations. You must be absolutely buzzing.
Yeah, we're really happy. Obviously, it's a huge game for us to win, coming here, well, win, losing and drawing at the same time. But it's, massive for us, so important to get through at this stage, obviously, and who we're playing against as well. I know it will mean a lot to the fans. It's a really nice night.
This felt like a proper Real Madrid in the Champions League performance. Somehow we get it done.
Yeah. That's sometimes what it takes, you know, those moments of kind of composure, of poise. You know, it's not always the mad quality that you see sometimes from us, but, you know, I think there is that change of mentality when we come into these games, that we know that there's a certain way of winning games, and we're very good at that. We understand game and game situations really well and how to manage through them. So tonight was another example of that.
It's been a mixed bag for the team in terms of penalties this season, but tonight went better in the penalty shootout.
Yeah, it was obviously Vinny's. We have so much confidence with him taking them. Obviously, he's taken so many important ones before and scored them. So him missing, really, I don't think we'll really care too much about that. He helps us in so many other ways, won us so many games with big moments just like that. So it's one of those things that can happen. And then in the shootout, you know, again, pretty composed overall. Thibaut got close to a load of them. So, yeah, when we went into that situation, I think all you can really do is focus on your own penalty. But, yeah, there's half of your mind that is thinking, you know, looking to the people next to you, knowing that they've got your back and knowing that they'll do the business as well. So, yeah, pleased.
Real Madrid not with their finest performance tonight, but still finding a way to get through. They always seem to do that in this competition. What did you make of Jude Bellingham's performance tonight overall?
He looked probably a little bit frustrated. You know, he probably didn't. I think it's really hard when a team defends with 9 people. There isn't really space. They just sat in, didn't really make those forward runs or forward passes. So he had a quiet game, but again, Vinny Junior was quiet, Rodrigo was quiet, Mbappe was quiet. And that's a credit really to Atletico Madrid. But in the end, you don't care how you play, Jules. As long as you get to the next round. I think Maka said it in commentary, if you go out at this stage as a Real Madrid player, that's a disaster. But if they can find a way to, you know, to win this and potentially win La Liga, I mean, that title race with Barcelona, Atletico, is amazing in itself, but that's a minimum to get into the next round. And I think Jude, he won't care how he played. You know, they got into the next round and they have a chance to go win it again like they did last year.
Arsenal next. The only time Real Madrid and Arsenal faced each other in the Champions League was in the 2005-06 season, which Arsenal fans will remember was a very good one because they beat Real Madrid that time round, Karen. Can they do it again with this team without a striker?
It's so hard, isn't it? I don't know, upset all the Arsenal fans, but Look, they're certainly the underdogs. It's certainly more than ever. We know defensively Arsenal have been good over the last 2 seasons. They're going to have to be at the absolute best. It'll be very difficult to try and stop them. So again, I'm going to have to back Real Madrid, but I think they'll give them a good run for their money defensively, like Atletico have done tonight. But I still think Madrid are too good, too much individual quality to not see them through.
I know Real Madrid got through tonight, Owen, but looking at the performance and the way they played tonight, surely Arsenal must take some confidence going into that game. You never know, they might see Real Madrid on an off day.
Yeah, but they have to take their chances. The one thing you would say is Arsenal's defence is amazing, you know, and obviously Alvarez has been terrific. So you just wonder do you maybe sit in a little bit more and defend really well and hit him on the counter, but you need somebody at the top of the pitch to take your chances. You just feel, no Kai Havertz, no Bukayo Saka, it's such a shame really, you know, because they've worked so hard and they probably need a couple of bodies. You look what Real has at the top of the pitch, you know, and the opportunities they have to change it. So Mikel will come up with a game plan, but they're I think they can do it, but I just hope they sit in a little bit more and hit them on the counter. Don't play open. If you play open, Real Madrid will beat you.
They've been good, like as you mentioned, defensively and set pieces. And like what Jude said there, hook up by crook, if you can find a way for Arsenal, sit in, be defensively solid and nick a set piece, what they've been great on for, like I said, 2 seasons, that might be their way.